Hi friends and family, this video is for you. I've hardly been in touch with anybody for a few months, and some of you have even been asking if I still have that Fiesta, which I gave that back and that whole thing ended for me back in December. I was going to make a final video about it, but I never did. I was flooding my stream every day with Fiesta Movement stuff, and then all of a sudden, cold turkey, I just stopped. So I'm making this video to share with you how my 2010 has been going so far. And I guess I'll start off where I left off, which was my final trip back west to conclude the whole car adventures that you've been hearing so much about. And then I'll share with you how I spent the rest of my winter. Basically, I don't know if you guys knew, but I lived in that car for 6 months. I stayed on the road almost consecutively the whole time, and I drove back and forth across the country like 6 or 7 times. So the last time when I was going to return the car, I drove all the way from Missouri to LA, made it in about less than 2 days, and didn't sleep hardly, and got there just in time for this event where all the Fiesta agents were meeting, and we did a little Hollywood cruise night. There was about 15 cars, and we caravanned through the city on Hollywood Boulevard and Sunset Strip, and yeah, it was supposed to be a cruise night, but it was more like a drag racing night because we were hauling butt through that town and people were like, oh my god, slow down. So anyway, I was totally zonkered by the end of this cruise, and I said I'm going to check into the hotel. So I went and checked into the London West, which was this awesome vintage swanky hotel off of Sunset Strip, and it had deep bathtubs, which I stayed in all night and then didn't sleep at anyways. And because I was so sleep deprived, I missed a lot of the activities that happened on that first day. There was a lot of socializing I missed out on. But later that night we had dinner on the rooftop, and they gave out some awards and gave away 3 cars, and one of the car winners jumped in the pool. He was so happy. And then the shuttles took us to the Hollywood Palladium.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Green.
So this Palladium experience was more centered around media, and it was an awards ceremony as well. And there were cameras out on the carpet out front giving interviews to all the agents, and I got an interview too, and they asked me a pretty awkward question. You'll have to listen to it. Check it out.
And what's the one thing you did in your car that you would never want anyone to find out about?
No. Yeah, needless to say, I revealed a whole lot without saying a word, and I'm not going to tell you. But the rest of the night was cool, and then the next day we went to the LA Auto Show and looked around at a bunch of new cars, and my favorite car was this one. I loved this car. And then we just waited to reveal the Fiestas. It was a big media spectacle as well, as we pulled off the little sheets from the little cars. And then we went back to the hotel. Time to pack up and basically say our goodbyes. And it was just good times. It was a totally new experience for me. I met tons of new people, was introduced to new social circles, and here's some pictures to recap all of that. So yeah, headed home, and I think I fell into a coma for about 4 months. No, really, what was next was just a lot of sleeping and decorating for the holidays and spending time with family and my house and my critters and baking cookies and eating cookies and baking cookies and eating cookies. Wait, I said that, yeah. My little town here in Missouri really decks it out for the holidays, and so we drove around and looked at the lights. Just slow, lazy days of stuff like playing chess. Here's my mom and my sweetie duking it out. But actually, I'm kind of ashamed to admit that I got addicted for like 2 months to games on Facebook, and I was trying to get everyone else addicted too. You know you want another addiction to play with me. Petville. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Petville. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Anyway, Happy New Year! Me and my boyfriend celebrated the new year with some champagne and a campfire out in the backyard. It was totally intimate and sweet. And the rest of, I think, January, we spent time eating sushi and watching movies and sleeping and eating more sushi. And I mean, what else are you supposed to do during the holidays? You're supposed to sleep and sleep and eat more. So then before I knew it, it was February and Valentine's Day, and my sweetie got me one of the biggest bears I've ever seen and lots of chocolate. So needless to say, I'm going to be doing a lot of this all spring long. But spring sure took its sweet old time coming around.
Dude, that's a lot of snow. It's supposed to be springtime.
I mean, we had a long winter. This last snow came at the very end of March, and I think we got like 10 inches. Makes it extremely difficult to get motivated and get out and about. But springtime has finally arrived, and the puppies can't be happier about it, and same here. So there you have it. Flowers and trees are in bloom, and I feel like a bear coming out of its hibernation cave, and it's time to spring clean and organize in a major way. This is my office. This is why I haven't been very productive. And then it's back to work. Gotta prepare to go back out on the road, play some music, do some festivals, and go to some gatherings, and maybe even see you along the way.